What is up, everybody? Welcome to Charlie's Cinematic Universe, the CCU. I am your host, Charlie. Today, I am going to give you guys my thoughts on Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I gotta say, I'm glad that I didn't go into this movie with, really high expectations. I know that I was really excited to see the movie in general because this movie... I feel like it's one of those types of movies that got delayed. I don't know too much behind the scenes stuff or whatever, but I feel like that it was one of those types of movies that did get delayed, but at the same time, I believe it's worth it because then they incorporate things from, say, the Disney Plus shows with WandaVision and What If. And, I was told that maybe you'll have to watch Loki in order to understand this one. In all honesty, after watching it, I didn't really see too much of the Loki intertwining of it because, one, they don't even show anything with Loki in it at all, so no spoiler there at all. Honestly, there's no spoiler right there. And I'm going to make this as spoiler-free as I can. If I slip up, I apologize. I'm not trying to. But I got to admit that I love the movie. I love the movie. So, you got your drama, you got your action, you got your horror aspects. Sam Raimi did a phenomenal job with this movie, in my opinion. Now, there will be some of you that are a little divided, and I don't blame you. I can say that I don't blame you at all whatsoever. But I am truly, truly a big fan of this one. And it's funny because out of all the, Marvel movies that are out there, Doctor Strange was my favorite Marvel movie, of course. And then second to that was, No Way Home. And then, third would probably be this one. I would consider, the first Iron Man and the first Thor movie would be a part of that, great cinematic films. And so I guess you could say those are my top 5 in a sense. But with this one... I'm so glad that they gave Sam Raimi the directing chair in this one because if you watch his other movies that were Marvel-based or whatever, but with Sony, with the Spider-Man movies, the person who helped compose the music for those movies was Danny Elfman. If you guys don't recognize the name Danny Elfman, I don't know why you wouldn't, especially if you're a movie fan. He did a lot of composing work with Pee-wee's, Big Adventure, of course, with Beetlejuice, the 1989 Batman. I mean, he's done a plethora of, movie composing work. And before that, he was in a band called Oingo Boingo. His band was the same band that did that theme song for the movie Weird Science, And if you don't recognize that name, go watch the movie. Go find the song. You can't really miss it. But I am super excited because, I should say I was super excited because I already seen the movie, but I frickin' loved the movie. Frickin' loved the movie. And a lot of assumptions that people had with, say, cameos and whatnot, some are true, some are false. I'm going to say that right away, without giving anything away. The whole Illuminati thing, some people say that this movie was kind of political. I didn't really see it that much, but some people thought it, and some people thought, oh, this was way too graphic for, my little one to see this movie kind of thing. And it's one of those well, you got to remember who's directing the movie, first of all, Sam Raimi. And if you've watched the first 3 Spider-Man movies, you'll notice that Sam Raimi, or at least not so much with the third one, but definitely with the first 2, you do have some, intense moments. So with Doctor Strange... no exception. Gonna be the same thing, but he's able to do more with Doctor Strange just because, think of the name, Multiverse of Madness. That kind of fits his personality scheme when it comes to directing. And he did, in my opinion, a phenomenal job with this film. And I couldn't recommend it more on my end, only because I am a fan of Doctor Strange. I have been a fan since forever, but when the movie came out of Doctor Strange, I loved the first one very, very much. That's my number 1. Out of all the Marvel movies, that's number 1, and then number 2 was No Way Home. So number 3, I would have to say, goes to Multiverse of Madness for sure. For sure. And I think the reason why I would like to say it's top 3, if anything, it's the cinematic experience, because this one you definitely got to see in the theaters, especially when it comes to the action sequences, especially with the stuff you saw in the trailer when they're jumping from multiverse to multiverse kind of thing. Well, universe to universe in a sense, but It's just fun to watch, you know, and I'm sure the people in IMAX are gonna freaking love the cinematography in this movie very, very much. I mean, hell, that's one of my favorite things about this movie was the cinematography. And it did have its little horror aspects. It did have a lot of its drama, had a lot of action, and they wasted no time. They kind of got right into the grind of this movie, like right away. And that was something that I kind of liked about it. But at the same time, I would say that's one flaw, is that it just kind of went a little too quick. But from what I understand, Sam Raimi said that the original cut was like 2 hours and 40 minutes, as to where this one was just like 2 hours, 5 minutes. And yes, you'll want to stay after the credits, especially for the type of cameo that's in there, and I won't say who, but somebody who's a close friend of Sam Raimi, we'll just say that. And if you guys know who I mean, you'll get it right away. But you'll definitely need to stay after the credits, especially with two actors that I did not expect, and I mean not expect at all to be in this film. One is during like the actual movie, and then one of the post-credit scenes, and that's it. I'm not gonna say anything else. But I was surprised on two actors, you know, that I was like, oh my god, and one of them, we already knew who just because of, like, the trailers that, you know, came out and whatnot, but I'm not going to say who just because I don't want to give it away if people don't know. But, yeah, it's just, if I had to give this movie, like, a ranking of 5 out of 5 stars, 5 out of 5 stars kind of rating, I would give it a 5. Literally would give it a 5. I loved it that much. And, I mean, that's all I really can say about this movie, because the music, you know, was amazing to it. Very dark, very grim. Loved it, especially when it comes from Danny Elfman. I love his style of, like, music, and especially with just, like, everything he's done as a musician. I love his work. He's a phenomenal musician and a phenomenal composer. But, and of course, with Benedict Cumberbatch, did an amazing job as well. You know, I mean, he's got to play multiple him, you know, in a sense. And, of course, Wong did a great job, and all the actors, in my opinion, did a really good job in this movie. Rachel McAdams, I mean, she looked a little bit different. I mean, of course, she's older. Don't get me wrong, I know she's older and stuff like that, but, I mean, she still looks great. Still doesn't, you know, look like she's really aged at all. It's just, I guess, because it's a multiverse type of movie, she does look a little bit different with, like, makeup, costume design, and all that kind of stuff. Looks a little different. But, yeah, I definitely give it a 5 out of 5 stars, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it, in my opinion. Some of you might be divided, and I'm expecting that. But you guys gotta let me know down in the comments whether you loved it, or hate it, or had not seen it yet, because I'm not gonna spoil anything until every one of my movie collecting, you know, friends out there, whether it's through Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever it may be, Facebook, you guys got to let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. But be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and I do have supporting links down below for, like, my social media, as well as my Amazon wishlist, PayPal, if you guys want to donate, support in any way. But other than that, you guys stay safe and stay tuned. Thank you.